Hello, people on it is I, Animagica, here with another profile. Whoa, yay, whatever noise I make. This week we have Blue Eyes, yay, kind of a remake, yeah, a bit of a remake. The fundamental idea behind Blue Eyes hasn't realistically changed too much besides like a fusion monster, but with a lot new techs, a lot new different support cards, the deck does feel a tiny bit different from how it did before. Okay, you know what? No, the deck is very much different from how it was originally posted. Yes, we got a lot of new cards, a lot of new little text in here. And let's just get into it. First off, you do, of course, have the Blue Eyes White Dragon. The entire concept around this deck is to be supporting the Blue Eyes White Dragon, supporting monsters whose names are count as Blue Eyes White Dragon, which are going to be level 8 light dragons, and then you would bring out fusion monsters. Yay. So of course you got your main dude, the Blue Eyes White Dragon. You got 3 copies of Bright Dragon, who becomes a Blue Eyes White Dragon in hand, which means you can fusion summon it from hand as a Blue Eyes White Dragon. And then it gains 500, and then if you have a Legend Normal monster on the field, you can pop a level 8 or lower monster. It also becomes Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field when you use the effect. 3 copies of Blue Eyes Vision Dragon. If you have a level 8 dragon on your field, special summon from the hand defense position, send top card to your deck to the grave. This card becomes Blue Eyes White Dragon, counts as 2 fusion materials for Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Yes, so you can do Ultimate Dragon with 1 copy of Bright or Blue, plus 1 copy of Vision. That is going to be your primary list of high levels in the deck. You don't realistically need that many, because you do have a lot of ways to dig through your deck faster, more mills, more just good cards to get you into it with pretty much ease. One of them being Absolute Lord of D. This is an absolute, no pun intended, in the deck list. During the main phase, it is normal or special summon to excavate the top 4 cards, add 1 excavate level 8 True Dragon, and or the Ultimate Blue-Eyed Legend, which is going to be the fusion spell. So if you would reveal the fusion spell and a level 8 dragon, you would add both to hand, if that was what you choose. So, you know, someone like Absolute Lord of D is going to be it won't always hit, but because it does excavate 4, it does make digging through the deck much easier than most other strategies. You got 2 copies of Soul Drake, 2 copies of Soul Knight, which are basically your tribute engine and your Born engine. Soul Drake is you send 2 level 4 lower effect monsters to the grave, summon a level 8 attribute light dragon from grave, and then Soul Knight is basically summon a Soul Knight or a Soul Drake from grave, which is normally either going to be for tribute summon or for a special summon back whoever you might want to bring back. One of the other fancy techs in the deck is going to be Praime Dwarf. Yes, even Dwarf is being played in this. So the entire concept around Dwarf is once again is recycling material, but another one is for contact fusion or just another fusion card. I have actually done this before of using Praime Dwarf, tribute itself, fusion summon out Bright Dragon, and another time when I did with Ultimate Dragon as well. So that's pretty much a good thing. You know, of course, you're also going to be using with Piercing Giant in case you do need piercing. You also have your 7 copies of random BS fusion cards. So, you know, that's kind of why I do have a cluster of cards in here for, you know, random light matchups. Legend Magician to of course, Excavate, you want to be milling out the level 8 dragons. If you do mill a card and you have Blue Eyes Engrave, you can add it back to hand. Copy of Delirium Lampyris. I needed another light monster. I didn't know what to use. So I was like, let's throw around random ideas. I threw in Lampyris. I did resolve its effect once. That is it. 2 copies of Animagica Witch, which is basically just another deep draw. Fadronir the Pure, at this point, is becoming a regular staple. It's a light dragon that draws you a card. It's being played to the deck. 1 copy of Graceful Charity, 2 copies of Engine Destruction, which is basically just add back a light dragon, and then, you know, if you added back a Bright Dragon, you can add back the fusion spell. So a lot of the time you are going to be just sending Blue Eyes or Bright Dragon to grave while you have a Blue Eyes Bright Dragon on field. Then you can just add back the Ultimate Legend as well, which is going to be very common. 3 copies of Blue Eyes Legend, because now that we have a new fusion card that requires 2 materials and is generic, this card is less dead and is pretty good. 2 Burst Stream, because half the time these guys aren't going to be counting as Blue Eyes White Dragon, so it's not going to matter. 2 copies of Legend Strike, you know, Reborn back, Legend Magician Reborn back, Absolute Lord of D, Reborn back, Blue Eyes White Dragon, you get it. 3 copies of oops, sorry, I jumped ahead of myself. 2 copies of Overrush Storm, which is going to be some more bagger removal to be playing around Ryozai, because I know Ryozai is actually a lot more prominent currently in the format. So, you know, not even in the format, just in general play, it's everywhere. So this is how you get around some back row protection. One copy of Dragonic Domination. I have yet to realistically use this, but it did have a Blue Eyes All Art, and it is an interruption for the deck. 2 copies of Sunset Rebirth. Basically, Reborn a monster gains 3 cards, gain protection, which is normally going to be set cards or your fusion monsters. Magic Cylinder, Horrible Person. Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, a big beater. Blue Eyes Bright Dragon is the more recent fusion monster recon for the deck, which requires a Blue Eyes White Dragon and a level 8 dragon type monster. Send top of your deck to the grave, gains 500 attack at the end of your opponent's next turn. Then if you have Engine of Destruction Grave, which is the normal spell, you can destroy 1 monster in the field. Yay! You won't always be getting that off, though, you know, when you do get it off, good for you. Finally, of course, as said before, Piercing Giant, which is basically just another super poly target. You know, piercing damage, it's okay. And then the rest of this is once again super poly. Anyway guys, I hope you all enjoyed the profile, and I hope you will enjoy the rest of the video.